It's a little warm out here in Minnesota today. It's kind of actually humid and gross. What the actual heck happened to the water? OMG. Alright, what the? Okay. Why is the water red, everybody? The water should not be a red color. The water is an awkward, weird red color, and what I have a feeling happened is the water should not be red. I have a feeling what happened with the water would be they were eating off of the lick over there, and that's kind of an orangish color. And then from there, they were going to here because that's not supposed to be that color. Good morning, everybody. Okay, you guys. If you tuned in to last night's live that I regretfully have rewatched, you will have noticed that I had a couple of brewskis, but you will notice at the end of that live, I told you guys that I was going to have a productive day today. I did sleep in until 7 o'clock a.m., which for me, if you know me, that's really sleeping in. But I have had a very productive day. It's going to have to be more productive because I'm going to have to empty that water out because it's gross. Because, I don't know, maybe there's nothing probably wrong with it, but I don't like the color of it, so I'm just going to redo it. I'm just going to empty it and refill it. But I got to show you guys. Whew, yeah, last night, woofta. Poor Ponky is still recovering. But today I got the, so I told you guys that we've had this tree up all year long, and we have decorated it for every season. And so here is the fall tree. And this is by far, and I love fall, but this is by far my favorite tree. Everything on here was from the dollar store. It costed, we do under $15 for each season that we have to spend. So we have to spend like under 15 bucks. So we got the little garland, ribbon. This is actually a pumpkin garland. These are, and so those are strung throughout. And then we found, I'm telling you guys, dollar store. So this is my favorite one that I've done. I absolutely love this one. Stay cool. Oh, yes, I was just outside. I just came in to show you guys the tree that we put together this morning. But I'm headed outside because now I have to do the water. I was not planning to do the water today. It's half full, but because the horses are horses, I'm going to have to change it out. Oh my God, you guys. Well, the thing too was, poor Mike, I took him off guard because I was like, I'm going on a live, and then he's like, oh my gosh, you're on a live, and he was just like, what are you doing? Kind of, but then he was helping me, so at least he was helping me. But no, I was not planning to do the water today. They have a half a tank of water, but it's just gross. I don't like. And then I think Moo is going in there after he has his medicine and he's trying to drink water, and there's like medicine kind of spilled on the side, and I'm like, no. But this is like yucky water. I'm not keeping this water in here. No. Looks gross. Here's Mr. Normandy. Hey, beauty. So everybody's hanging out in front of the fan because it's humid today. Nobody wants to be out. Well, it's the water is half full, actually. It's half full, and to empty the rest of it, that's why I don't want to empty it, because it's half full. But look at that. I don't know if you can see the murkiness. It doesn't smell, the water doesn't smell bad. it just looks rank. So I'm just gonna count my losses and just get rid of it and clean out the tank again. But Normie, you got all dirty again. He must have rolled. Lovey's back here. Nobody wants to be outside in this. Everybody wants to hang out in front of the fan. That's their favorite. So they all hang out in here in front of the fan when days like today. Oh, guys, I'm glad I could make your night. I'm glad I could. There's Mo. Mo isn't feeling good, in case you guys can't tell. He's not doing very well. I'm getting a call back from the vet today. He goes out and grazes with the other horses. He's eating, he's drinking, but he just doesn't feel good, and you can tell. Hey, buddy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm glad, because that was not my intention. Is never to make a fool of myself on a live, but and Mike's like, you didn't make a fool of yourself. It was fun, and I'm just like, okay, I have to go let Rosie out. No, we don't muck out stalls here. So I've never mucked out that. I don't do that. My husband has a skid steer. So what we'll do, because of the way this sits, so because of where this is located, and we're limited on where we would put this. We wanted it close enough to water, so on and so forth. We're kind of limited on where we put it. So where we put it, if we bring the floor of it down, the water will run in there. It'll be a swamp in there. So what we do is we add bedding to the top. And I just added 2 bags of bedding yesterday. So 9 times out of 10, I don't have to add that much bedding because they don't go in there. They're usually up top feeding, out in pasture, or down below the pine trees. That's where they hang out. But in cases of very hot weather, they will go hang out in front of the fan, which is what we have going on right now. So everybody's in front of the fan. So I have to add bedding a lot more often. But my husband will go in there with the skid steer, and that's what our mucking out is. I don't go in there every day, because if I take out, the floor of the building will sit lower, and then you're just going to have mud in there, and you don't want the horses stepping in mud. And just did 2 bags of bedding yesterday. If I keep it constantly bedded, I could spend $100 a day easily on bedding, and I'm not going to do that. They're in there a lot more. That's why I bedded it yesterday, and I will add to it. We also do corn stalk bales in the wintertime, and we kind of put those all over in here just so that the horses don't slip, and just to give them something. But yeah, no, I don't muck stalls, in case you really wanted to know. We do occasionally muck these ones, because the minis are in here and we can't get in here with a bobcat. So these ones, we have to kind of take care of that. Here's Little John. Rosie is locked in. She's had her 2 hours of quiet time without Little John bothering her. She has water in here, and she also has finished her, let's see if she finished. Hey, Rose. Come on, girl. You can go out, honey. Everybody rolled in the mud last night, I swear. So she finished her feed, which goes in here. That thing gets filled with soaked feed, because she soaked feed, and I'm adding a weight gain supplement and a hair, skin, and coat supplement for her, because she is older. She has a harder time keeping on body condition. So she's getting extra care because she needs it. And he does not need it because he is a chunk. This is Little John. He's quite large. Hi, buddy. He's mad because he doesn't get any soaked feed, but it is what it is. he has he has hay out here at his own, but of course everybody would love to have soaked feed, but we don't all need it. It's just like those cookies and cakes and things that we adults like, that we people like, and Rosie needs the extra care right now. You can tell, she needs the extra care. And she does, the horses, the minis do better when they're separated for sometimes during the day. They really just do better, ultimately. Hey there, love. I sprayed all these guys down with fly spray. I put all their face masks on. The flies here in Minnesota are just so bad. That's another thing. I'm ordering my Haynet, so that's going to be coming, and so this situation will be it'll be nice. I'm just going to cut this off this time because I have a mess going on here. Hi, Normie. Hey, Lovey. What, bud?
This wing is washed and I can't
Yep,
find it.
I saw it fall off in the house, so it's probably in the house. I think it fell off in the house. Or if it fell off outside, I'm not sure where it would be.
No, it's not outside.
Oh, that's a big problem, because...
And it got washed now. I can't. I need help finding it.
Okay. Well, I can when I'm done with this, okay?
With the live?
Yep. And I actually have to mow the lawn, too. So, I tried putting it in here and using, like, the simple technique to tie up the hay net so that, you know what I mean, so that it's closed up, right? And let me tell you, these two nincompoops kept figuring out a way to find their way to the opening and open it up and then get the hay bale all over. So I like zigzag when I put my hay net on. I take my rope and I zigzag and like pretty much sew it together so that they can't open it up. But then when I have to take when I have to open up the thing, it takes forever because I've literally weaved the entire thing together so that the Arabians, no offense to you guys, but they're very smart creatures, so that the Arabians can't get to. So then I gotta sit here and undo my zigzagging mess. Moo isn't doing great, honestly, and my vet's calling today with his test results and to talk to me. So, and if they don't call by afternoon, I'm calling them because he just doesn't feel good. Honestly, he's not the same horse. He just doesn't feel well, and he doesn't like taking his medicine, but I'm getting it into him. But it's a challenge, and he just doesn't feel. You can tell he just doesn't feel good. He does a lot better out in pasture. He is eating, but he's just not feeling the greatest. Lovey's not thrilled that Puppers is sitting right here watching her. And I don't know why Puppers feels the need to literally sit right where Lovey is. I think she knows that Lovey's not the biggest fan. Okay, I think I have all my rope off. So what I do when we get to this bottom of the bale, like these are big round bales, so when he puts it in, it's almost touching the top. Like that's how big the bales are. They're really, really big bales. So they'll eat it, knead it, knead it, knead it down. Once we get down to this much, the horses we're down pretty low. So what I'll do is I'll then take my thing off and open up so that they can get through the opening. And then they'll just eat it down the rest of the way. And I do this because otherwise, that way they can actually because when we get down to the lower part, the pressure of so I'll just open it up. You guys can just eat it out of there. I mean, it's a little bit wasteful because they do get it all over and they waste some. But when we get this low, Pupper, stop chasing her. Go! 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 She knows what I'm telling her to do. Go! She knows. I don't know. You're not going to chase the horse. And she knows what I'm asking her to do. But she'll look at me to make sure I'll enforce it. It's like a little kid. Like, they'll look back and she'll be like, are you going to really make me? Yes. Yes, I am. And I'm going to keep watching you and pointing and giving you the command until you listen. And she's pretty good. Like, she's not in here. She hightailed it out the gate because go means go out, down the gate, out the gate. So this is Miss Lovey. This is Normandy. This is Moo, who is really not doing the best. We think he's been tested. They're pretty sure he has Lyme's disease, and he does not feel well. He was quitting a bunch. Then he started to get off balance and wasn't walking correctly. He's still not walking correctly in the back end. He's on antibiotics, he's on pain medicine, he's on anti-inflammatory, but he just doesn't feel good. So Moo is from a kill pen. Lovey is from a kill pen. If you're new here, welcome. If you enjoy horse content, like, subscribe. Once we get to 20 likes, Puppers gets a treat. We're at 19 right now. Once we get to 20 likes, Puppers gets a treat. The mini there, that's Rosie. She's from a kill pen. And Little John, who is currently seeing what Rosie left behind to eat, is inside. But he's from a kill pen too. But he is hanging out. 23 likes. Well, where the heck is my Puppers? Now I gotta find her. So I'll open up that hay bale, and in 2-3 days they'll have that hay bale gone, and then my husband will come with a skid steer. We'll get another hay bale, we'll put it in there, and the cycle repeats itself. The hay bales last, with 3 horses, the hay bales last anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 weeks, depending on the time of year, and depending on the hay bales. The ones that we have now are pretty big. We still have to get hay for this year, and it just depends on what size the bale is, how long it lasts, and also how much they're on it. Summertime, they're actually on it a lot less than because they have pasture, obviously. Where is my dog? Boppy! Come here! 20 likes, Puppers gets a treat. That's my deal. So, we have these freeze-dried chicken hearts. Here you go. 1, 2, and 3. Say thank you. Thank you for liking my mom's video. But I cleaned the tack room out last night. It was before I went on the live, you guys. That's why I was so thirsty. Before I went on the live last night, I came in here and cleaned my tack room out. So he's gonna bring home hay today, but I cleaned everything out. I got things put away and organized. He's gonna bring home more hay, and I need more pine pellets. But I got everything cleaned out at least, and organized and put together. So that was good to get done. But it was really hot. Everybody says hi to you because you're so cute. I know it's so hot. She's very, very, very warm. So Lovey, I'm watching right now. I'm watching up top. You guys can't see it, but Lovey is consistently pushing Moo away from the food. This is frustrating, and this happens quite often. So I'm gonna go up there and basically take hay out of the net and put it on the far end of the pasture so that he can eat because I'm watching her push him away from the food. Which is frustrating. Because he's trying to go eat around the net, and there's plenty of room for 3 horses here. There's plenty of room for 3 horses. But and I've seen people who have 10 horses around one of these. So I know that for 3 horses, I'm providing them plenty of room. But oh, see, he's gone along the side so that he can get something to eat, because if anyone comes by her, she's very pushy about food. Yeah, I was just gonna say, but he seems to be able to go by Norman and be able to get something to eat. Alright, as long as you can get something, buddy. Good boy. As long as you can get something to eat. Oh, I have two dog, actually 3. I don't know if you can see it. Down below that deck, there's right there. There's a kiddie pool. Then I did find her going in the horse tank. My dog was jumping in my horse tank. Papas, come here. Tell them what you were doing. She was trying to go in the horse tank. She loves water, and she gets very hot. Now, I'm going to have to do fill the horses water today. So when I do that, I will dump out and refill her pools as well. I kind of usually do the tank at the same time as the pools. There's a kiddie pool there. And yeah, it's kind of gross. That's because she gets full of mud and then jumps in the pools. And then she has one over here. Same with this one. This one needs to be dumped. We'll fill it. But she gets full of mud, and then jumps in the pool. Yep. See, she's trying to go in it right now. Yep. Story of my life. She loves water. Oh, there's sap on my hands. That's disgusting. She loves water. I think mostly she feeds them, rides a little bit. Yes. Yep. So thank you guys for answering the question. A lot of these guys have been here a long time, and they know my story and they know what I do. And I get to yammering and talking, and half the time I'm not reading comments, which I can apologize in advance for.
I need this way from this.
Okay, my hands are full of sap, so I can't touch anything right now because they're disgusting. I'm trying not to even touch the door with... No, so I just suck at responding to comments because I'm usually talking and doing stuff at the same time. That's when I bring people along on my lives, and I'm usually doing 600 things. This is because I usually have 600 things to do. This is my bunny. This is Marshmallow. Hey, Marshy. Kind of have a lot going on all the time. I like to share what we do with the horses because the horses I'm very passionate about. They're all but one they're all rescues. And so they kind of require, and they're seniors, they require a lot of work, a lot of time and a lot of work. So let's see here. That's great. I have to keep going here because I gotta, here we go. So I'm always doing 1,600 things, and I don't know, people like to come along with me. Sometimes I don't know how you guys deal with my scatterbrainedness, because I'm all over the board usually as far as what I'm doing and what a live looks like. They're always different. There's always something crazy going on here. So, first we gotta try to clean it out. And I realize this is kind of a yucky pool, but honestly, end of the season, this one's going in the dumpster after this season. After this season, we're done. How many legs have we got? 30.
It's going to the public dump.
Yep. He's telling us where it's going, to the dump. Soapy! Puppers, come here. Hey, girl. We got water. She doesn't like to be sprayed. She likes the water, but she doesn't like to be sprayed, so I don't know if she'll go by it. Nope, she won't.
No. Don't spray my Lego. Mom, don't spray Lego.
Well, then don't put them by the water. He's telling me not to spray the Legos, but he's putting them right by the water. Then he's mad when they're sprayed. I'm like, So, let's see what people are up to. People say crazy things. Isn't that right? Hi, everybody. Welcome. If you're new here, I'm filling up a dog pool so that the dog has some cold water. We're from Minnesota, and it's hot today. It's humid. It's gross out. Actually, in this wonderful heat, I get to mow the lawn. And I'm also going to mow down the pasture because, not the pasture, my dry lots, because in the summertime, the dry lots have weeds and grasses and stuff in them, and the horses don't touch them, and they're not in there enough to like trample them down and get them really worn down. So there's like big piles of weeds and stuff in there. So I'm going to go in there and, hello from Austin, Texas. Awesome. Hello. We have a lot of people from Texas in here. Welcome. We actually have a game called Texasopoly that my kids love. So I'm filling a kiddie pool for the dog currently, and then I actually have to empty and fill my big horse's pool, or not their pool, their water, their tank, and then I gotta mow the lawn, and that's gonna suck because it's hot, gross out here, but stuff still has to get done. Female or Gmail? What does that even mean? I don't even know how to answer that. Use your best judgment? I don't know. Not in like, I don't really, should we go out on a tangent, guys? Should I? Should I not? Sometimes I shouldn't go out on tangents, and I do. Like, I don't really, like, what are your pronouns? Shut up. I don't need to tell you what my pronouns are. Leave me alone. Don't for fucking gosh sakes, do not ask my children what theirs are. They're kids. Leave them alone. Stop pushing that stuff on little kids. That's my tangent, okay? Just like, no, just leave it alone. Like, don't come up at, like, no. Just leave it alone. Like, why did we have to make this into such a huge freaking deal? Just let people be. And even like, yeah, just don't pick on people, don't bully people. Be nice, be a nice human. But stop making a deal out of something that's not a deal. Not a deal. Like, we made this a huge thing, and we made it something else to fight over. And currently, it's like America has enough to fight over. Let's not bring another thing into the picture. Like, black, white, let's fight about it. Oh no! Who cares about the color of your skin? It's a skin color. Who cares? I got up and wore purple. I got up and wore green. I'm better than you because I wore green and you wore purple. Like, no. Just stop it. Don't be stupid. Sorry. That's my take on the whole thing. Is it's like, we always want something to... Don't give people anything more to fight about. People fight enough as it is. Stop dragging more and more things in for us to fight about. Just stop it. Be nice. Be kind. I don't even care. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what you identify as. Just be nice. Good Lord. Hey, look. The pool's almost full. See, when I start ranting, then the time goes faster, and then the pool fills quicker, and then I can move on. Yeah, it's just, I don't, like, just be nice. It doesn't matter, like, be nice. Just be kind to people. Like, and don't, and that's my personal opinion, don't force that stuff on kids. And I don't think a lot of things should be forced. Let kids be kids. Just let children be children. My 3-year-old doesn't need to know what, no. No. He's learning how to say 1, 2, 3. He's learning his alphabet. He's learning actually a lot of things about farming and mechanical things and putting things together because that's his interest. And yes, he gets his nails painted because his sisters won't leave him alone. And yes, they put him in dresses. And the poor little fella. And when they're putting on makeup or lipstick, he throws it on too. That doesn't make him a girl. He's just a little dude who's got sisters and is a goofball. Let's make it into something it's not. Somebody asked me, "Oh my God, are you gonna put him in?" No, I'm not. No, I'm not. He has sisters, and sometimes the sisters do ridiculous things with him. Don't turn it into something it's not. He doesn't think he's a girl. He doesn't want to be a girl. He's a 3-year-old boy who has sisters, and and we goof around. That's all it is. I'm not saying that's all it always is. I'm not saying everybody's situation is the same. But when we take something that happens like 5% of the time and we try to project that onto every situation, we gotta stop doing that. We just gotta not do that. Certain situations we can't interject that into every child. That's my personal opinion. I'm sure I offend people, but that is my opinion. And like, I don't teach my kids to be, just be nice to people. It doesn't matter what people identify as. Kids, if you see a boy wearing a dress, be nice to him. If you see a girl that looks like a tomboy or you don't know, be nice. My daughter has both sides of her head shaved because she loves it. And people come up to me and be like, "Oh, what does she identify as?" A girl! She's a damn girl. She has a haircut. She has her hair cut on either side because she likes it. "Oh, I just wasn't sure with that haircut." It's a haircut! I just don't even. What does she identify as? And Melody will just be like, "What are they talking about?" Sometimes, I don't know. She's a girl. And it doesn't even offend her. If people say he sometimes, Melody is just like, whatever. Doesn't care. Just doesn't care. "Oh, your son," or they'll say little guy, and I'm like, she laughs it off. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
This is like people aren't intentionally being. Nope. I have to empty all this water, and it's going to take a long time. Look at this gross water, and look at this. This is Moo's medicine. That's all smeared on here. Okay, so what's this? Let's answer that question for all the people in here who are like, what is this channel anyways? I rescue kill pen horses, and every once in a while I'll start talking about something that's not kill pen horse related, but my channel is about horses. It is about rescue from the kill pen. I'm currently emptying water because the horses have managed to completely turn their trough into a complete and utter dump. So I'm cleaning that off. But this is our property. We're from Minnesota. We've rescued 7 horses to date from the kill pen. This is our pasture. This is our livestock guardian dog, Puppers. She's a St. Bernard and German Shepherd mix. These are our horses. The 2 minis over there are Little John and Rosie. This is Moo, who currently is struggling with what we believe is Lyme's disease. He's from a kill pen. He was an Amish horse previously. And this is Lovey. Lovey was also from the kill pen. She had a halter grown into her head. She's a senior Arabian mare. Moo back there is a senior. And Rosie, the little black and white horse there, she's also a senior. My passion is horses from the kill pen, and they are usually Amish horses. I usually pick ones that are in poor condition or have something wrong with them, usually thin, nobody wants them, have hoof problems or have issues, and have a hard time getting rescued because people don't want older horses and they don't want horses that have problems. So that's what I'm very passionate about. And occasionally I'll go off on a tangent about something like I just did I usually try not to talk about anything super political here or religious because everybody has different views and I'd rather not talk on things that people are very, but sometimes it just comes out. How did they manage to every 20 likes Poppers gets a treat? Is it cancer patient? Oh my gosh. I'm just reading some of your comments, guys. I haven't used the cancer thing because on my live, I once was joking about it because people kept saying it, and then I do know people who have passed from cancer and who have it currently, and it's just not a joking matter. And so it is.
Is the bee still on my airplane?
I used to say about my hair, because half of my head is shaved, I said something about cancer a couple times and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Like, I do know that we have people that struggle, have loved ones who are struggling with that, and to them it's not a joking matter at all. Now what I'm doing is emptying the water, but I can't empty the water over here or it runs right into my building.
Is the bee still on my airplane?
No. So I have to empty it here, and then it goes down the hill, and then it goes out. Ideally, we want the tank to be almost empty when we do this, but because they've managed to completely destroy the tank, I have to do it now. I just don't know what the heck they're doing in the tank to make it get that disgusting, because the last time I cleaned it out was like a week ago, and I scrubbed it. Like, we scrubbed the tank down, and we have a cleaner that we clean it with, and we just did that a week ago, so I'm not sure what the heck the horses did. There's the horses, there's the subjects. I'm not sure what they did, but they managed to, it's disgusting in there. Why does it have to be said like that? What are you referring to, John? Yeah, I'm not sure what John is referring to. The Midwest, yes. We're from the Midwest. Yep. But John, I guess, what are your comments referring to? Because Peter, don't play too much in the, well, whatever. He's going to play in the mud. Careful though, buddy, because yeah, just don't put your, yuck. Don't roll in it. You can never trust horses. They do interesting things. Absolutely. They do. They're full of surprises. You think they're predictable and you know them, and then they'll do something that is totally out of character. And I find this out daily with the horses. They're just goofy. Okay, John, makes sense. Yep, nope, so I'll get this mostly empty and then I'll just dump the rest out in here, and then I'll take the whole tank out of here, clean it out of the pen, and then he's playing, see, he's setting up because the water's running down. He's making a stream. Oh gosh. Yep. He'll be out here all day playing in the water. Oh man, what a mess. Hi from Los Angeles. I'm really curious, how do you handle the end of life stuff with your livestock? I have a hard time when a pet passes, and I can't imagine having a large. Okay, very good question, Resurrection Sunday, and I'll gladly answer that. Phoenix is only the second, and you guys have to bear with me because anytime I start talking about Phoenix just passed. He's just been gone a week. He's only been gone a week, so just bear with me because this is fresh, and that's why too I think it's a good thing to talk about, because it is fresh in my mind, and I think it is a good thing to talk about. So, Phoenix was the second horse that I have had put down. Only the second horse I've ever had to have put down. The first was actually the very first horse that I had gotten from a kill pen. He was very much like Phoenix, but his reason was because he had an insane amount of sand in his stomach and needed about a $20,000 surgery, and he was a very old horse. And so basically, he only had a 50% chance of coming out of the surgery. It was a very costly surgery, and he had very not good odds of making it. So we made the decision to have him put down. So Phoenix's situation was a bit different in that he didn't have any teeth that were aligned, so he would never be able to chew food. So Phoenix could only ever have soaked feed, which would put him at great risk for choke if he got near hay or grass, so he couldn't be around that, and his quality of life would have been very poor. And so how do we handle the end of life? First off, I'm very grateful to have a husband who can run a skid steer. As for burial, that's what we've done. He gets the skid steer, he can dig a huge hole with that in a short manner of time. Processing the actual death takes time. You have to allow yourself time to grieve. For me, I also keep very busy. I have so much going on, and so even though I'm processing it, I still have horses to feed, I still have kids to take care of, and I still have a life to live. And so every day is different. Allowing yourself grace and allowing yourself to feel different things, not just sitting there crying all the time, but like looking back and appreciating who he was, making things that are a memorial for them. I'll be honest, because I'm not sure exactly specifically what you're referring to, and because I'm still dumping, I'm not really reading the comments. The first horse we chose to put down ourselves. My husband is an amazing human, and that horse was very petrified of the vet, and I didn't want his final moments to be him freaking out about the vet, because he had so many negative experiences. He didn't like the vet because they had to draw blood a lot and do a lot of things with him, and he didn't like the vet, and so we decided at his end of life to do it ourselves. With Phoenix, we did not do that, because Phoenix was so chill and calm and did well with the vet every time. So we chose to have the vet euthanize him, and that was a quick process. But for children, I allowed all my children to be there after he was put down, not for the actual process, but after he was put down, I allowed all of my children to come, and they all wanted to. They had the choice. They all wanted to come and pet him. They each took a lock of his hair as a memorial, and they each did something different with their hair that they had from him, and they can all see like where he was buried. My husband put a big mound of dirt on top too, to prevent anything from digging him up. Yeah, so I don't know if that answers your question. I gotta read a little. That's why the wine last night was, you know what? Honestly, you guys, I said that on the live last night too. I don't drink often. So 2 bottles was kind of a lot, but sometimes it is good, and that's what you have to do. You can't, I would say with grieving, here's my thing, guys. even, and this, all kinds of grief, losing somebody you love in your life. Even a divorce, I feel like, is something like losing someone, because even though they're still around, you still lost them. You know, a divorce is similar to, in some ways, death of a loved one or an animal. We people, kids, individuals, you're not cookie cutter. You don't have to do anything a certain way. It doesn't have to look a certain way. If somebody was watching my live last night and got upset because how can she be like that when she just lost a horse a week ago? Because I'm not like other people. Because everybody grieves differently. And that's what people need to understand about themselves. It's okay if you... It's okay. And it's okay to be okay afterwards. A week afterwards, yeah, it's okay, because it's okay if you recover quicker, or if you have things to keep you busy and you end up, as long as you process it, as long as you allow yourself to process it. I mean, I've been asked a couple of times by different people on my lives, in my channel, are you going to get another horse? When are you going to get another horse? Do you plan to replace Phoenix? Are you whatever? And same thing every time. That I'm not ready for. I'm not even thinking about it. I have other horses. My heart isn't there. My heart has to be in it. My heart isn't there. I haven't processed everything with Phoenix yet. And that's not where I'm at. And I don't get mad that people ask that question, because it's a legit question. But I'm not there, And that may be something different. I know Raleigh and Link. It's a channel. It's a YouTube channel. She's awesome. Shout out to her. You've heard of her. She's great. I love her. I like her channel. She lost a horse. It was a tragic accident. And she lost her horse, Braley. And it was very quick after that she was looking for another horse, and she has another horse now. And it was pretty quick. It was pretty quick. And Braley, she was very close to that horse. I mean, she had a very deep connection. She doesn't have a ton of horses. She connects very deeply with them, but she already got another horse. And that's her, though. That's not me. I don't judge her because, wow, she was so fast. She must not have. I'm not judging her decision at all. I'm not there myself. And I don't think I'll be there that quick. But she was. She's different than me, and she's a different person, a different situation, and a different circumstance. She was ready. I'm not. And I'm not going to compare myself to other people. And so when I'm ready, I will. And that's what everybody on this channel, if I can say one thing to you guys, don't ever feel like because one person does something one way, that's the way everybody should do it. There's just different ways of doing things, and there's different ways of grieving. Whatever way you grieve, even though it may be different than somebody else, it doesn't make it wrong. My favorite analogy is 1 plus 3 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 0 is 4, and all of the answers are correct. And 2 plus 2 isn't any better of a way than 1 plus 3, isn't any better of a way than 4 plus 0. And guess what? They all equal 4. Anyways, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And last night, I had a super fun night. And this morning I got up to do horses. And guess what? Phoenix isn't out here. And I'm reminded when I go on my YouTube channel, he's right there on my profile. He's the first thing that I see anytime I check my YouTube or I get a notification. Phoenix pops up. Sometimes it's hard. It's hard. My next video that I'm doing is a tribute to him. That's hard. But it's not always hard. There's some amazing things that happen during the day. We're hopefully getting moose issues figured out and taking care of the other animals. Guys, how many loads have I done? The water's almost empty. Thank God. The rest of this is getting dumped. Just gonna drag it over here a little ways. What? Actually, I'm just gonna take it out because it's coming out anyway. I'm just gonna take it out completely. I don't know. Maybe. The horses are gonna run down here because the gate's open. No, they're not. Good job, guys. That was a lot of work. That's fun. Let's dump it. Gosh, that's just disgusting. Ew. Alright. Gross. Next. This is my... I'm sorry, guys. I'm hot. Hey, it's hot. This is my stuff off my wish list that was donated. It's called Trough Protect. We're in Minnesota. It's warm. It is. It's hot. It's gross. We're in Minnesota here. So I'll put some of this stuff in. This is my what's it called? My scrub brush made for troughs. It's fantastic. I love it. I'm gonna take this. I just throw my brush in there. I throw about a capful worth, maybe a little more in there. Then I clean it with this stuff, and then I put a capful in when I fill it. It helps to prevent sludge and buildup. It's all natural. Ensures clean and clear water. Add 1 capful of to 100 gallons of the trough water. Yeah, it's fantastic stuff. Safe and effective. Safe for all animals. There's no restrictions. Dogs, cats, horses, chickens, everything. It prevents film, residue, and organic contaminants. It reduces sludge and organic particles. It stops cross-contamination, and it eliminates water tension, which, if you have a problem with mosquitoes, fantastic. People use it in ponds too, I've heard, and it's like wonderful for using it in ponds because it's natural and safe for like wildlife and stuff like that. So I've heard of people using it in ponds because it helps with the mosquitoes. I'm just saying what I've heard. Okay, I haven't personally used it for that. Hopefully the little guy doesn't get sprayed because he's over there and this hose is kind of has a mind of its own. See what I mean? We got a new hose, but it's currently not working, so hold on, buddy. Oh. Alright. So I rinse the whole thing out, and then I'll scrub for a while and let Peter make his river down the driveway because that's what he likes to do while I'm working. Anytime he can get water, he wants to make a dam or a bridge or use it to make a river, stream, or whatever. That's fine. Here we go, bud. I don't know how it's going to work because this hose is kind of cranky, but yeah, see? It's kind of wild. Maybe we need to put a rock on it or a board on it or something. Let's try that. Let's try this board on there. See if putting a board on it helps because it's just not, this is not a happy thing. So, there you go. Now it'll make a river. See? Yeah, it's going down. It's going to make a river, buddy.
It's going down a stream.
It's going down a stream, guys. easy entertainment, I'm telling you guys. You don't need a TV. I forgot to give you guys that little detail. A couple days ago, Mike and I took the TV off the wall. I shouldn't say Mike and I, he did all the work. But I was like, let's take that sucker off the wall. So, yeah, it's raining on you, isn't it? Took the TV off the wall. We're like, you know what? The behavior is a lot better. The kids are a lot happier. They play nicer together. They play with a lot more things. They use a lot more creativity when that we don't have a TV. And we don't have tablets or phones. Our kids don't have tablets or phones or anything like that. And let me tell you, quality of life, fantastic. They find things to do. They spend a lot of time outside. They're very creative. They're very artsy, and they like doing that stuff. And I'm not saying that's for everybody or every kid. But I'd say it's worked for us. Oh, are you going to get wet, buddy? Okay. It's sprinkling on him. That actually looks like fun. It's kind of hot out here. Yep. You can if you want to, buddy. He's going to go get his swimming suit on. Oh, boy. Puppers, I think I owe you like 2 treats by now. So, that's all the green. Do you guys see? I don't know if you guys can see how green that is. But that's from when they come in from pasture and they still have food in their mouths. And then all that green sludgy crap ends up on there. It's just gross. So even though I use the trough protect, I still have to clean it out. It's a lot better in winter. In winter, I hardly have any of this, and I don't clean it nearly as often. But summertime is like relentless. I think I'm going to steal his hose while he's in the house and try to spray it out a bit. Here we go. That's something I need to put on the Amazon wish list. We just don't have good luck with hoses or sprayers here. At all. I just don't get it. And I can tell the horses are hungry or thirsty. They're coming down here because I opened up their hay bag up top, so it's wide open. The good news, you guys, on Mr. Moo, because you can come, buddy. I'll just put it here. Good news with Mr. Moo is he's not quitting as much. Whew! What are you doing, buddy? He's trying to move it. Now he's getting sprayed. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's happening. Okay. So the good news on Mr. Moo is he's not quitting nearly as much. He's doing pretty good. So even though he doesn't feel the greatest, and I can tell that, he is eating much better. So the neurological whatever must be getting better. Because he was quitting like everything that went in his mouth. He was struggling to eat, and that's not the case anymore. Peter's like having the best time of his life over there. He went and changed into his swimming shirt so he can actually get wet. I wouldn't have cared if he got wet in other ones, but whatever. So I'll move this back into place. Peter's going to be mad because I'll have to take his water. But put this back here and fill it. Looks good. I will have to add more, bedding to this area. I added to it yesterday, but they shouldn't spoil it as much because they're not going to be, since I opened up the Haynet up there, they're going to be mostly up there now because that's opened up and easy access for them. Yes, yes. Has the vet called Het? Has the vet called? Oh, yet. No, the vet has not called yet. It's 1 o'clock here. If they don't call by like 2:33, I will give them a call. But there's still some time here, and they're usually pretty good about as soon as they get results back, they call you. So the odds are they may not have gotten them back yet. But I'm going to give them a little bit of time. Oh, yeah. That's a good one, buddy. Okay. What?
That's stream.
It's a stream, guys. So I think, yeah, I'm going to, so I take this stuff, and then I'll put some of this in the bottom of the trough. And then I'll fill this up. Look at how clean it is. And look at how shiny clean it is. It's always a good feeling. Even though I know I'm going to have to do this in 2 weeks and it's going to be disgusting again, it's a good feeling that it's done for now. That's one thing I have to say sometimes about the animals is like, you have to enjoy doing it because if you do it one day, you got to do it like the next day and the next day and the next day. And like with animals, that's kind of how it is. Like, you don't get to just do it like one day. Like, if you have animals, it's a consistent responsibility, like, for a long time. And that's what I've noticed too, is like with rescues, it's like, it's a consistent responsibility for a long time.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, buddy, I'm gonna have to take the water because I have to fill up the big horse's trough.
Okay.
So, he says, okay, Mom. All right, hold on. And it's gonna take a little while. Yep, it's gonna take a little while. Especially if it's only going that fast. Alright, hold on, I'm setting you guys up here while I resituate this. 5 more treats for puppers? Wait a minute. I gave them one at 20, 40, 60. 2 more treats, right? Alright, hang on, guys. Hold on. I'm going to try to do something so that I can... Hang on.
I'm doing 20.
Hold on.
When you want to swim.
I'm going to try to tie this. I'm going to try to tie this. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going to try.
Can you put some water in this bucket?
I hope I'm not spraying my phone. I'm spraying water in. Put it down, buddy. Put it down. Peter, put it down. Thank you. That will make it so that I can spray it in there. Alright, I'm trying to tie the hose on here, guys, so we can go give puppers a treat. It would make my life easier if we could just tie this on here, because then I don't have to hold it the whole time. But I don't know how this is going to work. Here we go. I'm going to drop this in here and see. It's probably going to go all the way. Here we go. Hey, we did it. That will actually work.
Oh no. Now I need it filled up.
Well, I can't fill it up right now, buddy. I just filled it. I mean, it's a little bit of a mess in there, but at least the water's going in there and I don't have to hold it the whole time. Poppers! Here she is. Come on, girl! You get a treat. Actually, you get more than one treat.
One.
You get treats. Hey, Puppers girl. 1, 2, and one more for good measure. Do you want to give her another one?
Yeah.
She got it. All right. Oh my gosh, is it hot? All right, buddy. He's gonna get wet. He's trying to fish out the. You holding it, buddy? All right. Hey, buddy, I'm gonna go in and get me and you something to drink, okay? It's hot out here. I want to make sure little kids just like don't understand like hot and drinking. And he tries to drink out of the hose all the time, which I did when I was a kid too. But I'm like, our hoses are a little bit gross here. They're animal hoses. I don't know what's all on them. Like, I don't know. I gotta go find him something. Holy heat. So if you weren't on my live earlier, I'll show you guys my tree. My Christmas tree. We've had our Christmas tree up all year around. And this is the tree for this season. So I put that up this morning with Peter. Decorated it. All right. Hold on. Okay. Grab something for him to drink. He likes, actually, for a little kid, he's weird. He likes these LaCroix water, sparkling water. He really likes them. And he drinks mine down like I drink this. And he actually steals mine all the time and he'll drink them. And he's not really stealing them because I tell him he can. So this one's pretty good. It's a lemon cell. And the other thing I like to do, I got one of those. Okay, guys, because like I'm not big on smells. A lot of smells make me sick, and I'm not big on like candles or burning incense or anything like that. But I love the smell of essential oils, and my favorite one is eucalyptus. So what I did is I went to Walmart. This eucalyptus is $6. I bought one of these burners. Now keep in mind, guys, this is not in my character, but I bought one of these incense burner things. They're like wax. It's a wax burner, a wax melter thing. This gets hot and then it melts it. And I put this in there and coconut oil. And now my whole house smells like eucalyptus, and I love that smell so much. It is my favorite smell. So I bought this and stuck it in there, and my gosh, the whole house. Like I walked in, I'm like, what is that amazing smell? I'm like, oh yeah, I plugged in my burner thing. I just started doing this because, oh, I gotta go give Peter something to drink. Good grief. Just forgot. Get to talking. But I love that for that reason. I'll never burn. I went and smelled just for the heck of it. I smelled some of those wax things, and I was like, yep, nope, no way. Just the smell, just no, thank you. But those oils. Peter, he's drinking out of the hose again, you guys. Peter. Selective hearing, and he's like obsessed with drinking out of the hose. How about this, bud?
Mom, I filled that thing up and this up.
Okay, why don't you go play?
Okay.
Why are you in the hose? Well, how are you wrapped in it? He wrapped himself in the hose. Hang on, guys. How the heck? All right, let's put this in here. Oh, okay. Here we go. How is Big John? Jesus loves you forever. Big John doesn't live here anymore. Nope. And there's two Big Johns in the world, and I didn't realize that when I named my horse Big John, so a lot of people get confused with which Big John is which, okay? My Big John was not a senior. My Big John was 8 years old. He was a very, very young horse. He has not been with me for a long time. I got him from a kill pen. He was in very rough shape. He had like scars and marks, and he was in rough shape. He's very.
Mom, I need to go in my water.
Okay, go ahead. And once I got him nursed back to health, he was a huge tank, a strong-willed, amazing horse that was bored stiff at my house, and I couldn't give work to a Peter. Absolutely not. Put the water back in there. No, put the water in the tank. Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul. He just filled a bucket. Now he's trying to take more. No, you need to leave it in there. You have water, honey. Let the tank fill. I have to fill the tank or the horses won't have water, and they don't drink. They will not drink when this thing is over here. So until the tank is full and this thing is out, they won't come down here and drink because they get worried. Dude, what you doing?
I made a thing with water and a key.
Boys will be boys.
Really cool because I don't want to have.
Okay.
I don't want a bug to be here. And I don't want to get something.
I wish he would have just left it because now it's getting all over the place, and it shouldn't be. But
I can get out.
nope, I don't want it out, buddy.
This is
There.
funny.
That's better. Yeah, don't touch that one. Leave that one in there. Good grief. After it's done filling, then you can use more. Okay. So, sorry, I'm just coming back. I love Belgian dress horse. Me too. Big John was amazing, and Big John is the reason that I had rescue horses. I had Slim Jim first. I had Slim Jim first, and he passed, and then Big John, and
I need to get.
Big John is, you know, what really took my channel off, just blew my channel up. Honestly, and I wasn't even trying. I was just sharing, you know, I was sharing his story. And then he's the reason, I would argue he's really what started everything on my channel. Catapulted into rescuing more horses and really just both my husband and I dedicating a lot of time and effort into it, and it was incredible. I mean, it more than I could have ever asked for. And I think I've had people question, you know, why I would replace a horse like him when he brought so much to my channel and when he did so much for my channel, and with all the views he got, why I would have him be somewhere else, you know, because I could have gotten so many views on him. But just like Phoenix, you guys, I consider the quality of life of the horse. If my channel doesn't do anything and the horse is living a better quality of life, worth it. Because his quality of life here was not good, because he wanted to work, he wanted to do something, he was bored stiff, and he was a young horse. So to spend an 8-year-old horse to spend the rest of his life here, when I couldn't give him the life that he needed, and the gentleman that took him had many years of draft experience and was so good with him. You know, he is amazing with him. They're like, it's not just like his horse, it's like his best friend. Like, he sent me a picture once, and it's like him having his morning coffee, and Big John is literally watching him right outside his window. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. It's so cool. So sometimes it's just better for a horse to move on to someone who has, especially for him, more experience with draft horses, because older draft horses, very calm, very relaxed. A lot of them have been through the ringer. They're very chill. A big, huge 2,000 pound, 8-year-old horse is a lot more to handle, and I didn't have the right experience for him, and I also didn't have the work for him. And this gentleman does, and it's work, but there's a big difference between a horse working and a horse being overworked. And so, also big difference in how people treat horses. The guy that got John just has a level of patience like I've never seen before, and had the willingness to work with Big John in some of the issues that he had because of the Amish, like not wanting to be tied and struggling with a hitching post and things like that. I didn't. I got sick. I got sick. I was supposed to visit Big John, actually over my birthday, which was in February. And if you guys remember, I started getting diverticulitis, which I still have. I haven't had a flare up in a long time, thankfully. I saw a doctor who actually helped me. But at any time, I do have it chronically. So at any time, I can become very sick and be almost immobile. And I had several bouts of that in a row. And I was supposed to go visit Big John, and I did not. I was sick. I was really sick when I was supposed to go see him, so I did not. He's 6 hours away, so it's to go visit him isn't like, oh, I can go see him one afternoon. Like I have to plan the trip to see him because he lives far away. But his owner already said, and like anytime you want to come, just tell me and I'll make it work. So he's just an awesome, awesome person. Dolly. Yes. Yep. The thing about it is I'll never look at Phoenix like, what a waste of time, what a waste of money, what a waste of resources, because he spent his life. I know that was your best friend, wasn't it? I know, you could tell him. Everybody, that was Pupper's. Phoenix was Pupper's best friend. Yes, Phoenix was Pupper's friend, wasn't she? Mm-hmm. He was your friend. Yep, yep. Um, it's worth it because he spent his life working for someone. He spent his life helping and working and slaving away. And to to be there and to give him the ending he deserved, give him the life he deserved, even if it was for only 6 weeks. He got to experience love and care. And so I'll never consider that time wasted. I'll never consider those resources wasted. I'll never consider the donations wasted because he he deserved to live that life all of his life, and he didn't get to. And so to make that happen for him in the last 6 weeks of his life, and then to give him an ending that was peaceful, because Lord knows how his life would have ended otherwise. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm curious to get thoughts on this. Um, yes, yes, absolutely, Kaylin. I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts on this. Um, I've seen horses go through the kill pen that need to be put down. Um, to be quite blankly and bluntly honest with you, um, they're so bad. It's so bad that you look at them and your heart just just drops, and there's no way they're going to make it. In that, just trailering, like they're not going to make it. Um, like they have a wound that's so significant, they have an infection that's so bad, or you know what I mean. They're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. There's times, and I'm curious to get you guys' thoughts on this. There's times when I've wanted to rescue them, to put them down, and I just just go and bail them and literally have the vet just put them down immediately, because you can see that the horse is in the most insane pain and they're not going to make it. They're old. You know, the ones you can tell. You guys, when you see them, you can tell they're not going to make it. And they're in a kill pen. And there have been a couple, maybe two, that I've asked my husband, could I just get it to put it down? Because it's so heartbreaking that they're even there to begin with. And it's so cruel to even keep the horse alive. Like, it's cruel to keep the horse alive. And I'm curious to see what you guys think of that. Yes, there's some sweet, sweet blind horses, but the blind ones that are in the kill pens, blind horses that have been raised somewhere and can adapt, but blind horses that haven't been and then end up getting shipped, they have no idea what's going on. You know, and then if you bring them to a new place, they don't know where like the fences are, they don't know where anything is. The blind ones are very hard to watch, and I've seen that before too. Pregnant horses that kill pens, absolutely 100%. I've seen those. I won't do that because I have no experience with foals. I have no experience with pregnancies, and a lot. I've heard this from many people who have bailed pregnant horses out of kill lots. The foals die. The mothers get very sick and the foals die. It's really bad. I've heard it too many times. And the risk with getting a pregnant horse would just be insane. And I don't have experience with foals at all. They check what the animal's over, give pain meds, and rule out whether they can be saved, so they end up getting the last act of kindness. Yep, yes, yep, Mary. There's just been just a couple of them that I've seen that I know the horse isn't going to make it, and I wish somebody would just end their life. That's the kindest thing they could do for them, and to watch them sit in a kill pen and struggle.
So, I need to get, so...
Yeah, the water's almost full. Then you can have the water. It's almost full, buddy.
What means...
Okay, go check it. Yeah. There's certain horses. That's even when. Oh, Moo doesn't even care that the hose is in there. He is so thirsty. He's going down for a drink. He doesn't care. He's the tamest though of all of them. Let me take a look. I don't know if it's full because I can see how far his head is in, and his head's pretty far in there. That means it's not full. Yep. Nope. It's got a ways to go yet, buddy.
No.
Nope. It has to be full to the top.
Like this.
Yep. It has to be more full. So we have to wait a little longer, bud. Normie, that's a nice hay situation you got going on your head. Oh, look at him. He's going to drink too. They're really thirsty. They've been eating a bunch of hay. They're super thirsty.
It has to go down.
Yep. It has to get filled up, bud. Poor Peter. It's hard to wait.
One side's not
Old injury, starved, disease. Yeah, and there's some that you see, like, you guys saw Lovey. Like, there's some that I've seen and I've saved that I'm like, okay, this isn't good, but at least, like, there's hope. There's ones that you see that it's like, there is no hope. That horse needs to be put down because the amount of pain they're going to endure is just, and just their entire situation is just so critical and awful that it's just like, just put them down. Why are they even flopping them in a kill pen? Why are they even messing with slaughter and all that stuff? Just put them down. And you know,
if one side filled all the way up to heel and one side all the way down, that means it's full.
Yep, it's not full yet.
Because the one side's not up and one side's not down.
I'm just gonna check to make sure. No
That
cats.
means it's not full.
The cats tend to come in the garage when the door is open because the hose is in here.
What about that hose? The new hose?
Yes, it's a huge business. Moo isn't great. Moo is eating better, but he doesn't feel good. you can tell he doesn't feel good, but he's eating better. He's just not himself. Let's put it that way. He's not himself. Um, but no, I mean, and I mean, I know it's risky, and I know it's more expensive, and I know all the things because I've done it now, guys. This isn't Slim Jim and Lovey and Moo and Rosie. They're these older horses, but that's kind of where my heart is. And I have no doubts that the next time I bail, it's going to be a horse in poor condition. It's going to be one that just speaks to me, and we just do it. And I actually have learned. I've learned that when they need you, and when they're in such horrible condition, and they just are hungry, and most have really hit rock bottom. Like, Lovey looked like she had hit rock bottom when she came here. Phoenix hit rock bottom. Big John had hit rock bottom. You can just see it in their eyes and in their behaviors. It'll be done in a minute, buddy. And when it's done, I will get it out and you can play with it. You will have to wait until it's done, okay? I know. You can show me as soon as I'm done. What? Go ahead. Sorry, guys. Yeah, they don't like that, and they're running away from it because they don't like it.
So when that thing starts to
I'll go hold it.
When the water starts to come up, that means it's done now.
No, it's not done yet. The water's just being dumb. But it's not done yet, so I'm just going to hold it. But it's Peter. It's when you can go get your bucket. Go get your bucket. It's when they're at that point where they hit rock bottom, that they're so receptive to human contact, that they're so receptive to like human interaction, that they really, that's what I've noticed. And so they're very vulnerable, and they're very like open to, they you know what I mean, guys? They're just extremely receptive to your help, and they're open, and so that's when I kind of appreciate it, because even though it sucks seeing in that horrendous condition, it enables me to build a really deep relationship with them very quickly, early on, because that's how I can build that relationship with them, because they've hit rock bottom and they're looking for somebody to build them up to and you build that trust so quickly with just good nutrition and good food, and just love and care. And so even though I hate seeing the horses in that condition, it always says to me, okay, this is something. Oh, I can help here. I can do something. Oops. Now I can do something to help them, and they're going to be receptive of it. Because a lot of times that's their only option. Like they've almost lost hope, and to be able to give that to them is great. Peanut closer, they want to change food differences. That's the thing too, you guys, is like, and that's the thing, like, I want people to understand as well, is like, every horse that you bring in changes the dynamic of your group. So Phoenix was going to be the head horse. Every horse you bring in changes the dynamic. And so Phoenix never really got to be incorporated with my other horses, because Not really. He did in the pasture a few times, but he never got to really be with them, actually together with them. So I never really got to see, but I know from what okay, I know from what I observed, I know he was going to be the boss. Lovey did. Lovey gravitates toward the leader. Lovey's insecure, so she gravitates toward a leader. And the leader was always Norman D. Norman is definitely the boss here. He definitely is he's definitely the one that looks out for everybody. He's also top of the pecking order. That would be Norman. And so when Phoenix was definitely that, and Lovey gravitates towards that because of her insecurities. She wants a leader, and she gravitates towards a leader. I'm gonna go back and check out my question. Hang on. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm looking at your question, and her question was, are you thinking of starting a registered rescue? My answer to that is at this time, no. Because I have, and we've, it's a mixed question. At this time, no, but we have looked into everything that it entails. We have contemplated it. We have played around with what that would look like for us. And at this time, with everything that I have on my plate as far as children, and I don't just rescue horses. That's not completely my life. I have other things in my life right now that are very important to me. And I don't, and I've told you guys this before, I don't want to go huge with this. I don't. I prefer this on the scale it is right now. We can probably add another horse. We could probably potentially add another mini to our family. But that's, we're not cut out for it. And honestly, my horses right now they're seniors. And when they pass, absolutely I'll add another, and absolutely it will be a rescue. But as far as expanding, if you start opening up as a rescue and just doing different things, you can expand. I don't want to expand beyond what I am able to commit to, if that makes sense. I don't want to expand more than what I'm able to commit to for my time. And I definitely have other things in life too that take my time. And so for that reason, at this time, we kind of want to keep things close to where they're at. I don't ever want to take on more than I am able to take on, I guess. This is what I mean. I'm going to quickly get this out so Peter can play in the water. I'll put this up here. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Okay, you can't play with this one. This one is, buddy, don't play with this one anymore. This one is for the chickens. That's the chicken water. I'm leaving it over here. It's the chickens. Don't play with this one. This one is for the chickens, so they have something to drink. So you can't play with it. Poor little guy. He just gotta learn. Alright.
Mom, what are you doing?
Putting the hose down because you keep asking for it. What are you doing?
I'm just going.
Good gracious. Alright. Rosie is, oh yeah, for sure, Danetta. And to be honest, it would be great if we could. And like, when I don't have young children at home, things will change, because you guys know this is my passion. It's something I love. And I would say 15 years down the road, we can be looking at an entirely different story here. Things will change drastically. And I will always rescue horses. Unless I am absolutely struck down by lightning and cannot. That will always be my heart, and I will always do it to some extent. But I would hope that in 15 to 20 years, we can gradually expand and it will look a lot different. But for right now in my life, and that's what I try to do, because even with children, I try not to, even with like homeschooling my kids, I tried not to be like, yes, I'm a homeschooler, I'm homeschooling them for the rest of their lives, this is what I'm doing. Or, I have this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I try not to do that. I try to plan day by day and not look too far ahead, because I don't know what's going to happen. And I just don't. What will happen between now and 15, 20 years, I don't know. But down the road, I would love to expand. I would love to have it be bigger. I'd love to have it like a volunteer program where people could come and actually help. Ideally, would love that. Would love to actually adopt out horses, rescue them from the kill pen, get them out of the pipeline, and then actually adopt them out and have a whole process, like a, you know what I mean, like a process that you have for placing horses, like an application and then like a home visit and something like that. I'd love to do that. I would love to do that. But as you guys also know, if I'm not enjoying it, I'm probably not going to do it. I enjoy what I do with my horses right now. I enjoy it. I love it. I love getting up every morning. I love working with them. I love spending time with them. I love seeing the changes that come about. And I want to keep enjoying it. And I know if I take on way more than I can handle, I won't. So I tread carefully. I feel like I could drink 6 more of these. Whew. He's following the river down the driveway. So when I got Phoenix was from a different kill pen than I normally bail from. And the place I bailed Phoenix from didn't give any description. I bought him based off of a 20-second video. And in the 20-second video, they got on him, they rode him around in circles like twice, and then got off of him. And then they posted that video and a couple pictures. And a couple pictures. And I bought Phoenix, and there was no details. Nothing. I didn't get a Coggins test, I didn't get anything. There was nothing. There was no paperwork for him. There was nothing. Absolutely nothing. We pulled into this place, we paid the rest of the money, he put him on the trailer, and then we left. And I had no information, none on his teeth. They didn't show his teeth. We didn't see his teeth, nothing. Like, I didn't get any information. So that one was completely blind. The other kill pen tries to give more information. They really do. They ride them, they talk about them, they do try. But if you looked in Phoenix's mouth, all these teeth looked fine. It was the teeth way in the back that he was missing. The front teeth looked good. It was the back teeth that were all missing. And those are the teeth they use to grind their food and chew their food. The front ones look great. But all the ones that were missing in the back, the ones that he uses to chew his feed, that was the problem. And you usually can't tell that without going into their mouth, which they're not going to do. So it's, and these kill pens lie all the time. Twist the truth, bend it. They're, like they like to say, they're all in the kill pen for a reason. Yup, they are. There's a reason that, they ended up there. Whether they're old or, somebody didn't want them anymore, and that's why they're there. And for what reason that is, we don't know. But when you buy the ones like we do, I say we because you guys do it with me. When we buy the ones like we do, we are always anticipating some kind of trouble with Rosie, her weight, and then her feet, and her age. As they age, you're going to inquire more cost, or you're going to what's the word? You're going to have more cost as they age because that's how it works. Older horses are more expensive. And then you got, every one of them had, every one of them. They're older, they have more problems, they have more issues. There's more things that can go wrong. They're more towards the end of their life. So older ones that come in there, it's just like, yep, we can anticipate that it's going to be more work, more expensive, more problems. Issues with teeth are usually, as they get older, become more and more of a problem. So this one did not come with Coggins. Apparently, if you sell or buy within state, they don't have to have a Coggins test. I don't know if that's true. If they cross state lines, they have to have a Coggins test. If you're keeping them in the same state, apparently they don't. Because he was in the same state, this one was from Minnesota. Phoenix was from Minnesota. They apparently didn't have to have a Coggins. If they did, we didn't get one. And they're running a shady business. Because that's pretty much what it is a business. Even though a lot of people don't want to call it that, that's what it is. Oh, we're helping horses. No, you're not. You're a business. You're making money off of horses. You're going and buying cheap horses and then you're turning around and flipping them. And you're feeding off of people's kindness for these horses. And I'm a sucker for it because it's devastating to me. But that's what you are. You're technically a business. And you're a crappy business. Hi, Lisa. Hello, Anna. Home from work, so can make it to live. I don't make minis. Oh, yes. That's what a lot of people do. A lot of people rewatch, which is awesome. I don't know how it's... I've told you guys a million times I hate watching myself. If Mike turns on one of my lives or turns on one of my videos, I'm like, please don't. Not in the same room as me. I hate listening to myself talk. It's the most annoying sound. I don't like it. I hear Peter's already back. Hi, buddy. I'm probably gonna shut off the water soon. Okay? Are you done playing in it? Yeah, if you want to like or subscribe if you're new here, I actually have to go, you guys, because, oh, excuse me, my gosh, my lawn needs to be mowed, and for some reason it looks like it's going to rain out right now, and so I want to hurry up and get the lawn mowed, and I'm going to mow down, there's some really high spots in my pasture, so I'm going to or in my dry lot where the horses are, there's some really high spots that get really annoying, so I'm going to go out and work on those too. I appreciate you guys jumping on. I see it's almost 2 o'clock. Haven't heard from the vet, so probably going to give the vet a call about Moo's testing. Hopefully it's come back. Hopefully I have good news to share with you guys on the next live, but I've got to roll out. Thank you guys for jumping on. We're going to do this one thing at a time, and thanks guys for being a part of the family. Clever cowgirl, yes! Montana requires Coggins if you take your horses off property. Oh, wow. I think, whoa, so I'm reading. Oh, Resurrection Sunday. Awesome. Thank you. Great to have you here. Thank you guys for the kind words. Yeah, I've been on for 104 minutes. Holy buckets. I was just gonna, I've almost been on here for 2 hours. I was just gonna.
It's not gonna rain. I heard it was cloudy today.
Peter says it's not going to rain. It's just going to be cloudy today. No, I appreciate you guys jumping on. I'm trying to think, what was I saying? Catch the next one. Yes, 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 yeah. I just got on. Bet is trying to call. LOL. I wish, I wish. But take care. Thanks, guys, for jumping on. Have a good night.